What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the weekly episode of Cop or Drop. We're going to detail all the players from the path to glory. And I say we because it's myself and, of course, Ivan Lapagna. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you so much. Doing fine. Yes, Path to Glory or Festival of Football, not sure really what to call them. But these cards, they came as a surprise actually because they are quite boosted. And they can also upgrade, that's nice.
I'm calling them the Electric Greens. And this promo, I'd like to know where you guys think it ranks. If you're going to get in the comments. And as always, if you enjoy the content, please drop a like, subscribe to Ivan if you haven't done that. It'll be first link in the description. The Electric Green joints, I think these are very competitive to a lot of the Team of the Season items that we've seen, or even the Team of the Season releases. I don't know where you fall on that, but a lot of these guys, even prior to those upgrades, are very valuable.
They're good, yes. And maybe the price at the moment is overall quite high. It will drop for sure, as I think the hype will drop as well. I mean, it is summertime, most people are maybe not going to play as much. So, but still, I think at this point, the pricing looks definitely solid.
We're not going to hold you up. Let us know what you think, because Ivan and I will have opinions that agree and probably disagree as per every episode up to this point. But we do take into consideration value. And that includes price point, links, nationality, even the growth and potential factor as well. It all comes into the equation. So it's a little bit different than just saying this guy is amazing at FIFA. It's more so, is it a good investment for you from a competitive end or trying to get better results? That was a lot to say, but I think I covered it all. Hazard. Let's get this started off. Now Hazard 2 has become Hazard 1 in my opinion. I'm just saying.
Yes, the kid brother, Torgan. Well, looks nice overall. I mean, what can we call it? The base item now. Belgium as well will most likely go 4. He's gonna get, I think, at least 1 upgrade. Looks good overall. Double 4 as well. He has the lean body type also, which is very good. He can defend quite good. He can play in different roles. Price is good. I think this is a co-op actually.
I don't know about the defense. That's tough. I don't see the defensive side of
if he plays as a winger, left mid, right mid, I think that is good stats really. 57 defending, 69 interceptions. I think that is definitely solid.
Fair enough. I was going to say the one critique I would have for Hazard is that he has high work rates, which I don't love for attackers. Sometimes it impacts their natural positioning. Other than that, though, everything's good to go. I liked his foot freeze item as well that was issued earlier in the year. I thought it was kind of underrated. This is also going to be a cop for me. 260,000 coins, and I think he might even get cheaper. Golovin. Next up, we're going to Russia.
Yes, going to Russia, Alexander Golovin. Well, what can I say? Nothing really special about this card. He's cheap, yes, he has a double 4, but what else? Russia will, I think, most likely get knocked out. Defending actually, though, is quite high, but if you play him as a center mid, I call. Play him on the wing, I drop. Overall, though, I must say drop.
Alright, this is going to be our first disagree then. I've got him as a cop. I think his price point is fantastic for what you're receiving in terms of overall statistical allocation. If he was Russian in a different league, it might be an issue. But the fact that he's Russian in the Ligue 1, I can bring this together. I used his foot freeze similar to Hazard. I like this foot freeze, but he needs to be either a fullback or a center mid. I'd have no interest in him as a winger. I would agree with Ivan on that. So if you need a winger, this is not your guy. But if you want a discount center mid with a bunch of stats and the skill moves and the weak foot to go with maybe being a fullback as well, either of those roles, I think you're good to go at 70,000 coins. And he might even get cheap. We're heading to Portugal next, and they look good today. Jota, what are we saying?
Diogo Jota, yeah, he looks good, I think. Body type, only thing, he's a bit more average, a bit more stocky. As you also mentioned, work rates maybe up front not the best, high. With the stamina, he will get tired, I think, quickly. A 5-star weak foot, though, always a joy. But I think the overall that this SBC may be a bit pricey at this stage, 350k. But at the same time, it is Portugal, and Portugal at the moment is maybe the best team in Europe after France. So they will go for sure. And there is a chance that he might get that last upgrade, which would be then double 5 and I think something like 95 rating, and then for sure this is gonna be a massive bargain. But at this point, so I will say drop here.
We agree. I've got him as a drop. I just didn't like his previous iterations. I didn't like the informs. I didn't enjoy. I think it was a team of the group stage item. I think it was an 83 overall. I really didn't connect with it. A lot of it's body type and positioning, and there is an X factor here, as Ivan was saying. If he gets to the 5-5, I think the item changes so dramatically that it makes him versatile and extremely high value, and you're no longer paying too much. But right now, as it stands, I don't have to have him. Zakaria, and I thought that he was really fun to use. I'm just going to preface your statement with that. I thought he was a great buy for his price point and so forth, and what you got.
Zakaria looks really insane. He is a true gem. I mean, these stats are elite. Also, he has the Swiss links to players like Mbabu. And overall, just as a CDM, or if you want to use him as a center back, a really great option. Switzerland maybe won't go that far, but still for this price, I think it is very good. So I say here, definitely cop.
Please give him a chance in your squad. I thought that he was spectacular, very competitive in the midfield, and he might even be better, as Ivan was saying, as a center back. I just didn't have that slot open in my team, so I played him as a center mid, but he was a box to box. He was the holding guy. He broke up the plays. I felt that he moved better offensively than expected. We move. Next up, we have Eriksen. I'm happy to see that he's recovering. First off, that is most important because that was terrifying. If you were watching that live, even if you watched some of the reruns, I couldn't believe what they showed, or the lack of sensitivity. I think it was very poorly done. This is an SBC, so I'll just start off and say cop.
Objectives it is.
Sorry, objective is what I meant to say. This is an objective, which right off the rip for me is a cop, if you can use them, because there's no price point. You're just putting an investment into time.
Yeah. Definitely so, but this is quite a long grind though, and if you're gonna be, if you're gonna be here a bit cynical and only talking from a FIFA angle, maybe this is not like the best card really for the time that you're gonna spend, 3.5 hours, because he doesn't really have spectacular stats. And where to play him? Should he play centre mid? Should he play cam? Not really sure. He has those some nice links. He has the strong link to Arturo Vidal, great item still, I think, birthday card. But since it is Eriksen, and since what happened, to honor him, we must here say definitely cop.
Fair enough, and most importantly, if you saw that he started now giving us some updates, and I saw this morning that he posted a picture and just kind of well wishes from the hospital. Which,
nice to see, really.
So only positive vibes and messages going to Eriksen. Next up, we have Florenzi. We're looking at an Italian in the Ligue 1.
Yes, Florenzi, he looks overall very nice, but I'm not sure because there is one dark cloud here. That is that he might switch back to Roma, which I'm not sure what's gonna happen then with this item. Because if he is in Roma, he's not really gonna have any nice links. PSG looks great, but if he's gonna switch club for this price tag, he doesn't look that well really. So because, well, since that is quite uncertain, I'm gonna say drop, even though it's a nice card.
I also have him as a drop. I actually think that he's really good. I don't have an issue with what he's going to give you on the virtual pitch. I just think the price is wrong.
It is expensive.
You're looking at 450,000 coins for an SBC at this point in a position that I have a lot of options. This is not a position that I'm lacking, but I still have problems completing it because that rinses my club for a position that I feel like I already have pretty good players that I could pick up off the market that are in a competitive price point. So that's where I'm at with Florenzi. Yusuf, how do you say his last name? Do you have it? It's
I think it is
Yaziki.
Yes, Yazici, playing for Turkey. What can we say? Cole doesn't look like anything special looking at the stats. He's though very physical, but he has some things that will bring him down. Bad work rates, bad body type, bad height, double 4. But then he is SPC price pretty much, and if you want to gamble, you can maybe make some coins back because Turkey might come back now. They had a tough start against Italy, but that was a very tough opponent as well. Hope that Turkey will do better because with the 1-2 upgrades, this card could look really tasty. For that sake, I will say cop.
I think for the price point, it might be worth the risk because he's got a lot of stats that are still in the right places, and with an upgrade to the acceleration or maybe an upgrade to the balance, you can't change that he's 6'1" with maybe not an ideal body type, but he's got a lot of stats that I like the way they look. For 60,000 coins, I think it's worth taking the shot. You're in that SBC price point. We'll keep this short and sweet. Moving on. Sanchez, center back, Premier League.
Premier League tax again, expensive. I think Colombia, not sure how well they will do, but acceleration here is just too bad. Good card definitely. Sprint speed is fantastic, but acceleration I think will let him down. And for the price at this stage, I will say drop.
I think I'm going to join you. I'm joining it as a drop. I didn't realize that some of the other high tier players or upper tier players from Premier League were now much more affordable.
Yeah.
Because if you were comparing him in price point to someone who costs 500, 600, 700,000 coins, now 200 sounds really great. Even if you're maybe missing something. But if they're all priced similarly, of course, go for the total package, then go get you somebody that already fits the meta. Serge Gnabry, next up, youngster, German. Doesn't have a lot of sprint speed.
No, not the highest sprint speed, and from what we saw today as well, Germany doesn't really look promising. So for this price tag, 350k, the sprint speed is quite bad. Dribbling is good though. Physicality, nothing extreme. I mean, again, all these cores are good definitely, but you have to really look at where are we now. It is June. You want these really excellent players. Is this one excellent? No. Will he get upgrade? Most likely yes. But how far is it worth the coins? I will say drop, because I think the price is a bit too much really.
I could see him moving to 250 and then I would change my answer, but I'm also going to say that he's a drop. I really enjoy using Serge Gnabry. I have his foot freeze and I get on with him really well. From a technical standpoint, first touches, he's very clean and crisp on the ball. But when we do these videos, I like to speak to the masses, a larger perspective, and I think a lot of you, or most of you, will have issues with the 84 sprint speed. Next up, very expensive foot item. We have, I think the most expensive actually, Vinicius Jr.
Yeah, I think this price is just outrageous. I think this price is based on that he might get the 97 rating, I think, with double 5, which would make him maybe the best item in the game. But that is in what, 1 month? And I think at that point he might even be cheaper, because then FIFA will be quite down. So you know what, this price at the moment doesn't make any sense. Yes, potential is there, stats are good, dribbling is really fantastic, he has the excellence, 5-star skill moves. But at the moment, this price is just insane, so I say draw.
You're basically buying into a Pele, but you're not guaranteed to get the Pele statistics. You still have to wait on results. I have him as the best of the Path to Glory in terms of impact and just overall capability. However, I also agree with Ivan completely. Nearly 4 million coins for a what if could happen. Even though he's great right now, don't get me wrong, he's a great player. It doesn't make sense. You could probably buy him, as Ivan was kind of starting to give you a little foreshadow, for less coins after the upgrade, just because the time has gone forward. You got De Ligt.
De Ligt, yes, pretty much the same as with Sanchez, a bit lacking pace simply. Netherlands maybe not looking too strong either. Even if they got 1 win, I think they will not make it further than top 8. And this core needs like at least 2 upgrades, which will mean I think 3 wins in total. Very nice links definitely, but these ones are hard, Mike. These ones are hard, but I still must say drop. If he was 150k, 130k, I would say call, but I cannot justify this price still.
I don't care that he's a 94 overall. I don't like it. I don't. The agility and the balance are low. The stamina's low. His previous foot item, the base De Ligt, I didn't think was good even early on in the game. I just don't think he fits the game very well, and that's where I'm going to leave it. So this is a drop for me. Verratti, we've got the little devil dog. I don't know if he wants to go as that.
Devil dog. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't want to sound too negative, but we might have a lot of drops today, Mike. I'm not sure why, but again, 500,000 coins. He's so small as well. Italy look quite good as well, but will they make it further than top 8? Also a big question. They're so hard, but again, I just must say, drop.
I'm with you. But a little more so on the price point. So I love his lateral movement. If you've used Verratti this year, his side to side is incredible. It's really quick, very Conte-esque in many regards. And he'll be better offensively than Conte with the skill moves, the finishing, being able to finish opportunities and convert and just be an offensive weapon. But I just don't see him costing more than 300,000 coins. So we're 200,000 away right now.
Yeah.
So I also have him as a drop, but more so about price than it is about ability. We now have Foden paying a very much so a premium tax. The Premier League tax is in full effect here.
Premier League tax, and then also extra English tax as well. But the card has though some very nice things here, some excellence really. Dribbling is insane, 99 agility, 99 balance. He's lean body type. He's also I think 2-3 inches taller than Verratti as well. He has a good height here actually up front. The 171 work rates a bit bad, double 4. You know, if he had one of these values being 5, it would be a big comp, but since it is double 4, I must say a bit overpriced. I will say drop.
Yvonne's saying it's not coming home, and I might agree with you. I think Foden's a pass at 1 million coins. I think you're paying on a lot of hype here, not necessarily what you want to be paying for. You want productivity. So Foden's pretty easy for me to move on from. I don't think he's bad at all. I think he's a solid player. I just
Great
think
item.
he should
Great
cost-
item.
Yeah, I think we have a little more controversy here as well because we have Llorente, who has so many stats, but it's a matter of where you're playing him, I suppose, and can you get down to the 3 and the 3.
This one is really a crazy item. A crazy item. He has some insane stats now. If they get 6 wins, this will be the best midfielder in the game by far. But will they get 6 wins? Spain, they cannot even beat Sweden. And that's the question. Physicality of 95. I mean, if you play him as a right back, most likely the best right back in the game. Maybe not the easiest to link overall for 1.1 mil at this point. I say no.
Also, I'm looking at this. The price has moved down, nearly 25%.
Yeah,
I'm looking at what's
and
happening.
it's moving down.
It's going to keep moving down, so I'm going to put this as a cop, but I don't think you cop this instant. So a slightly delayed cop. I really like Llorente. I have his team of the season item, which is an 89. I think you can play him as a right back and you'd be solid. I think you can play him as a center back. I even like him as a center mid. He's one of the few players where the 3-star really hasn't bothered me. And the stats on this guy look just ridiculous. We're moving on. Acuna in the midfield. Acuna Matata. A lot of stats everywhere.
Acuna, yes, one of my favorites for sure. I use his showdown card for like 700 games. Absolute club hero. This one might be a bit biased, but this for me is the biggest co-op in a long time. At this price, even without upgrades, he looks endgame. So you will get, I think, a +2 in like 2-3 weeks probably. That's gonna be 96. It's gonna be one of the best midfielders in the game. Maybe only downside is a 3-star weak foot, but he's gonna play on the midfield. I think best place is definitely left center mid or left defensive mid.
At 500,000 coins, and similar to Llorente, he's already moved down 25%. I expect more of that to continue. He also has 91 strength. This guy's kind of a freak. We got a little mini Incredible Hulk, so this is going to be a cop for me as well. We got Big Havertz, and I'm waiting for his height to change. Have you ever seen the picture with Havertz that he has with Zweiback?
Yeah, he looks very tall.
So Zweiback is 6'2", which is 189 centimeters, I think, around there.
Yeah.
So there's no way that Havertz is the same height as Zweiback, so that means something's not right in that picture. And I know Zweiback, and his height is true, because I'm 6'1". So I was waiting for him to become Ibrahimovic. That's kind of where I'm at. We need the 6'5" Havertz ASAP.
Yeah, I'm not sure really if he's that height. Maybe he's like 6'2" maximum. No, wait, 6'3" is 191, I think, centimeters. I'm not that good with feet. But yeah, I think, yeah, he's tall. He is tall, but the question is he good? Well, he's gonna be good for you. Definitely, he's gonna be good for you. But then this year, maybe height doesn't really mean that they're gonna be brilliant unless they are super lean. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really sure how he looks in the game. His body type is unique, so I'm not sure actually if he's lean or a bit bigger. So I say drop.
Easy drop for me. This is not the year at Havertz. It was, I think, FIFA 19 where he had the team of the season item. That was incredible. But this is not that, and he's going to still feel clunky for a lot of you. Last player, we have Griezmann, who has a major upgrade with the weak foot, and this might be the first usable item that we've had from Griezmann this year.
Yes, and Griezmann has the unique body type as well, and his body type is just perfect. He has a perfect combination of height and type. He feels when he moves, he has the same feeling as Neymar. He's super sticky. And he has this amazing left foot as well. Now, yes, this one is extremely pricey at the moment, the 3.6 mil. But if he gets double 5, if France wins 6 games, if they reach a final without losing, well, then it's gonna be, I think for sure, the best item in the game if he gets there. But at the moment, it is dropped.
I agree completely. I like your logic. We're both practical thinkers. This is a drop because if he were to get 5-star, I still don't see him going much more expensive than 4 million max. So just pay that new upcharge if it exists, because that is a big question mark, when the time comes. And that's where we're going to leave off the video. If you guys have enjoyed everything, make sure to drop some love. Let us know in the comments. I know there's a lot of debate here. Ivan and I agree and disagree quite frequently. Some of our logic aligns. Well, actually, a lot of our logic aligns, but our opinions kind of shift a little bit this way and that way. We always look forward to the discussion points. And if you've not subscribed to Ivan, please drop that man a subscription. Get with them on Twitch. Is there anything you want to add other than I know you're watching Sweden in the Euros?
Well, thank you so much for watching. And we say in Sweden, Heja Sverige. Let's go Sweden. Bye.